Imagine, if you will, the scene. The day is done. The vast, star-dusted cosmos wheels silently above your home. You've navigated your own personal universe of tasks and interactions, and now you surrender to the gentle pull of sleep. You're drifting, floating on the edge of consciousness, a cosmonaut tethered to reality by the thinnest of threads. Suddenly, without warning, the floor vanishes. You are falling, plummeting. A jolt of pure, primal adrenaline electrifies your entire body. Your heart hammers against your ribs like a trapped bird. You gasp, your eyes fly open, and you find yourself staring into the familiar darkness of your own bedroom. What just happened? You've just met a fascinating character in the grand theater of your own neurology. You've experienced a phenomenon known by a rather clinical name, the hypnic jerk. At its core, it is an involuntary myoclonus, which is just a fancy scientific term for a quick, involuntary muscle twitch. Think of it as a moment of confusion within your central nervous system. A tiny error 404 sleep not found message. The experience itself can vary wildly from person to person, and even from night to night for the same individual. High levels of caffeine or other stimulants, strenuous exercise, stress and anxiety are major contributors. To truly understand where the hypnic jerk fits, we must look beyond the twitch itself and embark on a journey through the intricate architecture of sleep. This is not just a state of rest, it's a hidden, active world within our own minds. For a long time, we thought of sleep as a simple switch, on or off. But we now know it's a complex, multi-stage odyssey. Our brain and body cycle through this carefully choreographed ballet of neural activity several times each night, each cycle revealing a different facet of slumber. Our voyage begins in stage 1 non-REM sleep, the gateway from wakefulness. Here, in the shallow waters at the edge of slumber, your breathing slows, muscles relax, and brain waves transition from the alert beta rhythm to the calmer alpha waves of drowsiness. This is a delicate handover of power. As the brain's wakefulness centers cede control to its sleep circuits, miscommunications can occur. It is within this vulnerable in-between state that the brain might misinterpret muscle relaxation as falling, triggering the startling reflex of a hypnic jerk. If we pass through this gate without a jolt, we descend into stage 2. Your body temperature drops and eye movements stop. Your brain produces fascinating bursts of activity, sleep spindles and K-complexes. These are thought to be the brain's gatekeepers, protecting sleep from disturbances while helping to consolidate memories. Finally, we reach the abyss, stage 3, or deep sleep, dominated by slow, powerful delta waves. This is when profound physical restoration occurs, as the body repairs tissues, builds bone and muscle, and strengthens the immune system. Simultaneously, the brain performs critical housekeeping, washing away metabolic waste, ensuring you wake up refreshed. One leading explanation points to a neurological tug-of-war between the system that keeps us awake and the system that pushes us towards sleep. As the RAS relinquishes control, it might give one last, defiant burst of energy, like a sputtering engine. Another theory focuses on muscle relaxation itself. As you fall asleep, your muscles enter profound relaxation called atonia. The brain might momentarily misinterpret this rapid relaxation as a sign that you are actually physically falling. The evolutionary perspective takes us back to our ancient tree-dwelling primate ancestors. The hypnic jerk might be a leftover reflex from when falling out of a tree during sleep was a very real and deadly possibility. Investigating the hypnic jerk presents a unique set of challenges for scientists. It's like trying to capture a ghost in the machine, a fleeting event that occurs on the very threshold of consciousness in the delicate transitional state known as hypnagogia. You can't simply ask someone to have a hypnic jerk on command. It's an involuntary, spontaneous reflex. So researchers must create a perfectly controlled environment, wire up their subjects, and then they wait. They wait patiently through the night, hoping to witness these elusive events. The irony is that the very act of being monitored can make a person less likely to relax into the state where a jerk might occur. The gold standard for this ghost hunt is a comprehensive test called polysomnography. It's a symphony of data collection. An electroencephalogram, or EEG, listens to the electrical chorus of the brain's neurons. An electrooculogram, EOG, tracks the subtle dance of the eyes. And an electromyogram, EMG, records muscle activity. This powerful combination allows researchers to pinpoint the precise moment a hypnic jerk occurs, correlating the sharp spike of the physical twitch with its corresponding signature in the brain's activity. But even with these tools, the sheer unpredictability makes large-scale studies incredibly difficult. You might have a dozen people spend a night in the lab, and only one might experience a recordable event. This low hit rate makes it a monumental task to gather enough data to draw broad conclusions. And so, the hypnic jerk reminds us that sleep remains one of the most profound mysteries in science. We spend a third of our lives in this state, yet its landscape is still largely unexplored. We're entering an exciting era where tools to study the brain are becoming smaller, more accessible, and integrated into daily life. The technology you wear to count steps is now being adapted to become a powerful tool for sleep science. Modern wearables use accelerometers to track movements and optical sensors to monitor heart rate variability. They can detect periods of restlessness and even identify the specific signature of a hypnic jerk. Imagine a device that detects the physiological signs preceding a hypnic jerk and provides gentle, calming stimulus to prevent it. Advanced EEG headsets comfortable enough for home use and devices using gentle stimulation to enhance deep sleep are becoming reality. This brief journey from a phantom cliff edge back to our pillows is more than a neurological curiosity. It's an illustration of the universe's grandest mystery, how 3 pounds of soft tissue generates our reality. The hypnic jerk reminds us that even in our most passive state, our brain is a whirlwind of activity. As we drift off, it's not a simple switch, but a delicate handover of control between neural systems. This jolt is a misfire in that process, a brief, chaotic battle in a cosmos of competing signals. Our drive to understand this jolt is part of a fundamentally human quest to understand ourselves. From ancient philosophers pondering the soul to modern neuroscientists mapping the brain, it is the same impulse. By studying something as seemingly trivial as a sleep start, we learn about the delicate neural balance between excitation and inhibition. This knowledge isn't just academic. It fuels technologies from brain-computer interfaces to novel therapies for sleep disorders, improving millions of lives. So, the next time you're yanked from sleep's precipice, try not to be annoyed. Instead, marvel at the event. In that single, shocking instant, you've witnessed the intricate self-correcting machinery humming away inside your skull. You felt the ghost of an ancient, tree-dwelling ancestor, whose vigilance against falling was a matter of life and death. Most profoundly, you've glimpsed the exquisitely controlled chaos, the dynamic equilibrium of billions of firing neurons that underpins every moment of your conscious existence. The brain remains the final frontier, a universe of 86 billion neurons creating a network with 100 trillion connections. That's more connections than there are stars in our Milky Way galaxy, a level of complexity that dwarfs anything we've encountered. And within this inner cosmos lies the key to understanding not just ourselves, but our place in the wider universe. The quest for knowledge is endless, and sometimes the grandest of journeys begins with a jolt.